Hey there, and welcome back to our Liver Health series. I'm Dr. Sumi, and in this video, we're going to go over several easy ways and changes that you can make to support your liver health. In our first video, we talked about symptoms of a sluggish liver. If it sounds like your liver needs help, or if you just want to learn ways in which to keep your liver healthy, follow on for some easy recommendations. The first and most important thing that we can do to support our liver is to stop the influx of triggers that burden the liver. This means that we should try to reduce or eliminate the foods, chemicals, and compounds that burden the liver. By doing this, we will reduce the load on the liver and give it a better chance at working more efficiently. Where can we find these everyday toxins? Number one, we find toxins in processed foods. Foods that come in boxes, cans, packages, and that have a long expiry date and an even longer list of ingredients that are difficult to pronounce, often are laden in chemicals. These include foods like processed breads, cereals, dairy products, cookies, pastas, pizzas, and even canned and boxed drinks. What can we do to reduce the intake of these chemicals? While we go out grocery shopping, we should try to fill our cart with more items from the periphery of the store. Items that are surrounding the store and not in the middle of the store are often fresh and full of nutrients versus those that come packaged in the middle of the store. Secondly, learn to read labels and to become a food detective. A safe rule of thumb is to purchase items that have less than 5 ingredients. We also want to avoid foods that have corn syrup or any of the seed and vegetable oils, such as canola, sunflower, or safflower oil, as these unhealthy fats will clog up our liver. We should eliminate foods that have artificial colors and flavorings. All of these foods add on another layer of stress and chemicals that our liver needs to filter. Number 2, in conventionally grown vegetables and factory-raised animals. Conventionally grown vegetables are sprayed with pesticides and herbicides and other compounds to help them grow bigger and keep them fresh longer. They contain chemicals that disrupt not only our liver but also hormonal health. Meats from animals that are raised in factories with little access to daylight are often given growth hormones and drugs like antibiotics. These not only disrupt the health of our liver but also our gut health. How can we reduce the exposure of chemicals that come in from conventionally grown vegetables and meat? Where possible, try to purchase vegetables that are naturally and organically grown. Use the Environmental Working Group's list of Dirty Dozen, Clean 15 to choose which foods are very heavily contaminated. For example, by purchasing strawberries, spinach, grapes, peaches, and apples that are grown organically, we reduce the toxic load on our liver because these fruits and vegetables are very heavily contaminated with pesticides. We can also choose to wash the skins of these fruits and vegetables, but we will not have much success removing all of the chemicals because some of them have been absorbed through the root system of the crop. We should try to prioritize getting meats and dairy products from animals that are raised free from growth hormones and antibiotics. Try to source local farms or go online to source for grocers that make high quality meats accessible and affordable. Number 3, in the air that we breathe. We spend more time indoors than we do outdoors, yet indoor air is generally of worse quality than outdoor air. Our furniture, carpets, and mattresses release volatile organic compounds into the air, and over time this leads to the buildup of pollutants indoors. A simple way to improve indoor air quality, provided you do not live in a place that has poor outdoor quality, is to ventilate your home frequently by opening up windows. If the air quality outside is quite poor, then you may only want to ventilate at night when pollution comes down. But you may also want to consider purchasing several indoor plants that have been shown to do well with removal of poisonous substrates like formaldehyde and ozone. These plants include snake plant, spider plant, golden pothos, and the Boston fern. Number 4, toxins and chemicals from personal hygiene and household products. The average adult American has about 12 different personal care products that contain over 100 different chemicals that have been linked to cancer and reproductive health. What does this mean for our liver? When our liver comes in contact with these environmental toxins, it now needs to work harder to filter them out of our blood. And in the process of doing so, it depletes a lot of essential nutrients and antioxidants that are needed to repair and to detox. We can take inventory of the number of personal care products and household products that we need. By reducing the number of items that we use, we can opt to purchase quality products that have good ingredients versus ingredients that are bad for our liver. There are also simple DIY recipes online that we can use to make personal care products or household products that use minimal ingredients that you may already have on hand. These are not only great for the liver, but also good for the wallet. Number 5, alcohol consumption. The liver is very resilient and capable of regenerating itself. However, each time it filters alcohol, some of the cells die. Although the liver can develop new cells, prolonged alcohol misuse, drinking too much over many years, can reduce its ability to regenerate. And this can result in serious and permanent damage to our liver. What can we do to reduce the stress on our liver during alcohol consumption? The first thing we could do is to reduce alcohol consumption in general. Secondly, we can try to learn other ways to mitigate stress through activities that are health-inducing to our liver. So now we have gone over some of the factors that burden our liver. By reducing these harmful and toxic ingredients, we are making a huge step in supporting our liver health. The next key step to helping our liver function optimally is to nourish it. Feeding the liver various foods and herbs and making positive lifestyle changes will enhance its ability to function well. This will help it to detox, to digest, to metabolize glucose, and to keep it at its peak health. When we start introducing health-building habits, while at the same time also reducing triggers that burden the liver, we give our liver the best chance of being healthy. In our next segment, we're going to go over some ways in which we can enhance our liver health. Pick ones that sound like it's the easiest to start with and try to practice them consistently. Some of these suggestions are relatively easy to implement, while others will need some planning. However, all of them will have a big impact on your liver health. Hydrate with water first thing in the morning. As we wake up after sleep, our liver has spent our sleeping hours working hard to filter out toxins. So as we wake up, hydrating with clean filtered water will help us flush those toxins out of our body and keep our liver functioning well. If you want added benefits, add a squeeze of lemon to warm water to further enhance this process. Dry brushing. This ancient liver-loving method helps to get our lymphatic system flowing. The lymphatic system is a part of our waste disposal system in the body. In this modern ultra-processed age, it is not uncommon to have a backlog in our lymphatic tissues. So brushing our skin with a body brush helps to mobilize these toxins out, and this will reduce congestion and burden on the liver. You can get a dry brush at most health food stores. Start by doing quick brushes from your legs and moving towards your heart. You can do this every morning before a shower. Add on liver-loving foods. The liver loves colorful foods that contain various plant compounds such as antioxidants, polyphenols, and flavonoids. Regularly consuming these foods will enhance our ability to detoxify and repair our liver. Try including foods such as cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, bok choy, and asparagus. Also, leafy greens like Swiss chard, collard greens, dandelions, and endives are not only rich in vitamins and minerals, but they also contain bitter compounds that help stimulate the liver to make bile, and this aids in our digestion as well as detoxification. Aim to have these vegetables at least 3 times a week. Add on liver-loving herbs. The liver responds really well to foods, but it responds especially well to herbs. Herbs have been used as food and medicine for centuries. They contain powerful plant compounds that help our liver work optimally. Try adding herbs like turmeric, or ginger to your cooking. You may also brew yourself a delicious cup of dandelion or burdock root tea. Regularly consuming these herbs will help set you on the path to a strong liver. And of course, you can take an all-in-one supplement like LiVitalize to optimize your liver health. Build routine into your day. This next liver health booster comes at no cost and not only benefits the liver but impacts our overall health. Following an appropriate daily routine is probably the single most powerful tool for improving the health of your liver. This doesn't mean that we need to be attached to a specific schedule or place. Think of it more in the sense of creating predictability that will serve to anchor us to a sense of safety and normalcy throughout each day. The best places to start when thinking of creating a routine with more consistency is to include regular sleep and wake times, meal times, and work schedules. Having this rhythmic stability built into our day will allow for our liver to be more regulated and to function better. And there you have it, all the ways in which we can support our liver by reducing exposure to harmful chemicals and by adding in healthy habits that our liver loves.